Yes, so we are online now. Let me start the record. Raj, if you can start also the record. I know that we are online. Can you just record the session? Or Rosemarie, can you do it to record the session? Thank you.
Beautiful.
Please go ahead.
We are online. So go, Rosemarie.
Thank you so much, our Queen Nadia. Well, this is War One Academy. Today is another day of leadership for entrepreneurs, because we all want to succeed in our adventure of leadership, but not only that, to succeed always helping others. That's our mission. That I think that's what we're here for. So thank you so much. Like I said, always, it's been a blessing for me to be able to be with you guys. Be live in the stream, YouTube. Wow, everybody who's watching there, leave your comments. Be welcome to leave messages, then we can answer them. And also for people who's watching live in Facebook, good for you. You know, life is about always challenging ourselves and always spreading our wings in many different platforms. And Susus World One is one of them, that we're committed right now to really give our best, and also to give an opportunity for people to understand points of view through the world. So I'm really, really glad being here, and I will start. As you know, I'm a coach of business and marketing. I work with different institutions, organizations, and I also have my own businesses. And through the years that I've been working in different platforms with different people, different leaders, as a writer and coach, I've seen that leadership is not different at all to every human being. Okay, the concepts are very, very strong. And not only that, the concepts are real. Okay, so it's how we look through the points of what we do, and also if we're seeking to be a leader to empower a community or empower our organization or empower our own platform as a self-employees, empower our own organizations if we are CEO of our own organization, and also leave a legacy, because that's what leadership is about. So I'm glad being here once again. Like I said, there will be questions. You raise your hand if you want to add something in regards to what I'm saying, what I'm talking. By all means, I really appreciate it, because interaction demands work, and also help people to understand maybe things that I'm saying right now that they might see the possibility that is similar. So they will answer themselves their questions if you talk. So for me, it's really important you do so, by all means. Now, let's share to our friends, our workers, people that you want to impact, and tell them that you are inside a platform that really wants to help people with leadership, with knowledge, with a vision and mission. And that would be great, because in that way, other people can be empowered, and we can start being a viral platform and make a difference in humans' life. So by all means, you're welcome us and helping us to do so. In life, many of us, we have to be united and together all the time, because this is what real life is about. So we talked last time about leadership, which is the ability of an individual, group, organization to lead, influence, guide other individuals, team, or entire organization. And we understood this as very in-depth as we spoke. And today I'm going to continue what we just spoke, give it more of a deep throat insight, look of what is really leadership. And then welcome you. If you're here for first time, well, that's great. And if you're not here for the first time and continue to be here, give yourself a round of applause, because this is how we really grow, by committing to each and every day, empowering our education, our knowledge. Knowledge is power, but unless if it's in action. Okay, so we are leaders of our lives and our platforms, and I'm sure by listening to these classes that you have with Support One, your life is start getting another point of view, another action, or maybe leading towards what you're doing already in explosion. And that's what we really want to do today. Okay, so there's characteristics of a leader. Okay, we're going to talk about that. In a leader, there's tons of values. There's tons of things that we can empower others with. But there's specific things that will get you and guide you through every different platform you do and work. Okay, so as we spoke last time, we spoke about power. Okay, the power says you never fail until you stop trying. This is a way of resilience also. Okay, a leader is a person who will always be resilient of the situation, environments, and everything that enclosed what really take us to another level. Okay, and I would love for somebody, if you raise your hand today, to tell me how power have impacted your own platform as a leader. How power have given you the opportunity to express your ideas, to do businesses with other people, or to really even experiment different thoughts of what you always wanted to do or did. So if someone can raise their hand today, we're 6 people here inside. We have people in YouTube and many other platforms. But right now, whoever is in here in our room, I would love for you to raise your hand and give me a chance to listen about what you think about this. If anybody can raise their hand, otherwise, my dear sister Nadia, our queen, if you can say some words about how power have impacted your own platform right now through the world.
How we are impacting to the world. This is what you need to know.
Yes, in fact, through the leadership that you have done through years, because I'm sure that why your state at how you are right now is being something that's go progressive, right? So how that powerful methodology of working united with people have impacted your life and others people's life.
Yes, in fact, when you are a leader, you are not really aware that you are a leader, because you are working with the heart, and the leadership is something that is in your blood. It's part of you, like breathing, So when you give, your intention is to give with love and share with the others. You are just helping them to become a leader, because you become an example to them. This is how a leader is, for being an example, because you are doing the things for them to empower them, but you are not even aware that you are empowering them. Like, for example, this academy, we have created it by love to help the humanity to rise up and to be in the same level. Then they can feel the equality, they can feel peace within them, and to exchange with the others and understand that we are one. This is what I wanted to do through this platform, and everything is by love. I am not even aware that I am impacting life. I just want to give them a tool to learn. And I am also learning. I am also learning at the same time than them. You know, we are always students and we are learning all our life, you know. There's no one in this planet that can say, oh, I know everything. This is not true. Because, you know, what today is light for you, it may be darkness tomorrow for you. Why? Because you will learn something else. This is how we are making progress in technology. This is how we are making progress. So when you are making progress, the old knowledge is just not down, but improve. You know, you will understand something else. And this is how you are making progress. Today, we are teaching leadership for entrepreneur. And even the entrepreneur will learn. People who are not will also learn the basic of everything, the basis of everything. So, Sister Rosemarie, I am a leader. Yes, this is what people are saying. But to be frank with you, I'm not even aware that I am impacting life. I just give with my love, my heart, and I just want to see people happy, and that's it.
Love it. Wow. Applauses, because this is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so kindly. And part of what our Queen Nadia said now is something we're going to see in little, so next to come. But Derek has his hand. By all means, thank you. If you want to talk by now, well, that's great. Let us know how impactful it's been to have that power in you to raise that leadership that's working. Go ahead. Okay, your microphone is not opened, but you raise your hand.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc, for the wonderful introduction that you've given. I just wanted to introduce my member who is just joining for the first time today. So he's in the class, so I just wanted to introduce him to you so that you can know. Also to the Queen, that she can be aware that I've brought someone today. Thank you.
That's beautiful. That in fact is powerful. Yeah, it is powered. And what you have done, bringing someone in, and you have demonstrated your leadership through the capability of showing that in fact your integrity is giving them that reason to have more people to join what you're really learning in order to empower them with a vision. And that really rephrased to what we see here. What we really see here in this screen is what you just did. You brought someone in to be as good and as intentional as you are. So we both are racing in the same race, and you do so. So proud for you. Thank you, Derek. And who's that person? That's Salman? You said Salman?
Yeah, it's Peter. Maybe he can introduce himself as well if you can give him a minute. Brother Peter, please, you can unmute your mute and introduce yourself. Thank you.
Rafiki, yes. Hello, Rafiki.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty well to hear you. I'm so happy you're here. How are you feeling?
Thank you.
How you been?
Thank you. We are doing fine. I'm happy to be part of you. I'll be joining every day. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. And you know what you can do next time, Rafiki? Bring someone else. Bring someone else and show them the way. What you're doing here. This is something you finally, feel that is correct and is right for your life. Bring someone else. And that's what Derek did. So Derek and Rafiki, you want to say something else?
Yes, Derek is a wonderful person, one of the greatest leaders I've come across. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your works, Derek, you want to say something?
No, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can go ahead, Doc.
Okay, we continue. Well, that's great. This is the power we have between us, in us, for us, and for others. Okay. So let's see one of the first characteristics of being the leader. Okay. Through the power, we have vision. Vision. Okay. And some people have a way of seeing their lives as as um as a path through others and for others. And some other people think that their vision is not correlating to the same way that other people believe. And how can we discover this? Well, knowledge, what I said from the beginning, is power, all right? But it will be powerful if you do actions to it, okay? So it says clearly here, it says, the leader's vision is a clear image which he transfers to his team of a desired future scenario to which we will arrive, okay? And one of the things we see here, as our queen said, Nadia, she says, my vision was to really help people to have free education. That's her vision. And when she sees that through that vision, she has a something as next that's coming, okay, then we start having that step to guide us what we really need to do in order for that vision to be empowered, okay? And that will be the second characteristic that we have, which is a mission, okay? So through the vision, you receive a mission, okay? And the mission is like when you go to and you see a big mountain and you think, wow, how am I going to go to the top and get through there and put my flag and be my presence there, right? That's when we start feeling there's something else next that goes along with the mission, okay? The mission of a leader is to lead you to the achievement of businesses and objectives, professional and personal, okay? So imagine I do something that just happened, and I said something that just happened today here. Derek has a vision of a leader. He's in fact a leader. And as a mission that he had is to bring all these people and lead them through what he believes and what he sees that can be achievable. So he brought in his mission, who? A Rafiki. And that's why Rafiki is here. Don't you see? So he's going with a mission of obtaining souls, human beings, people with so much desire of a challenge, not to be a challenge, but to be and we're going to the third one, a purpose. Okay, that's why vision, mission, and purpose all combined give you a powerful state of mind. It gives you the power component that you have as a leader. Okay, and the purpose is what really our Queen Nadia is doing. That's why today you're here. The full purpose is what she's doing today, bringing people to have free education, bring them to feel the power of being united, bring them to have a fulfillment as a human being, bring them to really obtain a powerful experience. So then after they can be an example, like she said, because that's what a leader is, an example of life, an example of a leadership, an example of a professional organization, CEO of our lives. That's how I really think every day. I'm a CEO, and because I'm a CEO, I have a strong need to really be on top of everything I do. My excellence has to be completely to achieve others, people, excellence, or even to achieve other people's commitment in order to bring them to that excellence. And that's why it's so important to motivate ourselves each and every day. And what we're doing today is really that. We're making a decision to execute our actions aligned with the organization of a vision that has an objective and a strategy. Okay, that's why it's not difficult to understand we're human beings with that power of a leader. Because in fact, each and every day when you wake up and you decided to go and have an education through the years of your life, let's say you went to college, you went to university, or maybe you didn't go, but you did go to high school, you went to, you always have someone to train you. There was always someone who showed you and lead you with a path. That could be your mom, your father, your sisters, your brothers. They're leaders of leaders, because in fact, we as human beings were brought to this world, to this universe, with that impactful side of being a leader. And that's how God created us. That's how humanity is being created, to be a leader for a vision, for a mission, and for a purpose. And if we understand that, there's nothing that will destroy our commitment to do so. That's why we have to listen. People who have done differences in life, people who have gone through platforms, empowered them, and did something different. Like, we have a lot of history that we can look up. And we also have to be united and be above them, or think above them, or think beside, that we can be and belong to the same society in the same way that have they done what they did, we can be. One of the profound history that I have, that I always go through, and I always see how big this being, is Nelson Mandela. Who doesn't know Nelson Mandela? I think everybody knows about him. Everybody will know about him. Nelson Mandela never thought about his position where he was when he was condemned in a prison. He never saw that position there. He always had a vision, a mission, and a purpose. And he thought that regardless of the situation that he was going through that ladder, going through that step up to the hill to get to the high point of mountain that he had needed to be, in the peak of the mountain, in the peak of the highest avalanche to go through, he thought, I have to keep on having my vision, my mission, and my purpose, regardless of the situation I'm in today. And if we're strong as this person, and we believe in himself and ourselves as someone that can achieve what we really want, to go and impact others with something that humanity needs, you have a real objective, you have a real strategy, because you think about how those purposes that you have, because it's been given to you, now has to be achieved, and now have to be in control, and now has to be in a process of unification with others. But there's something very important that you have to know. The first thing is you have to know how your character is in order to be impacted, or maybe down the hill. Because some people, they don't develop a character that has that greatness inside them, because of the shadows of what's happened before, and what people said, and how you were treated, and what this never worked, in order then to say, you know what, that was an experience, that was something that I needed to pass through, because I have to be polished like I am a diamond, and because the diamond is rough, is inside that cave, and it has to be extracted, and it has to be polished in order to bright up the room. I have to go through that process that nobody wants to go through. Nobody. The harsh pain. Yes, but indeed, that's what's molding that leader, that leadership in you. And when we believe that, then we know something else we need. We as leaders, we need to be coached, mentored, and trained. This is the concept of our leadership to start exploding each and every day, everywhere. Be mentored, coached, and trained. That's why you have so many books that will help you with self-help education. That's why you have many people who have gone through many organizations, and what they were there is to look up really what worked and what didn't. And now they're able to be having that coaching system to mentor and empower others, to be that real leader that's been always been, but not only that, to be great in a greater action, because now you know what your limitations are. If you don't know what your limitations are, you will never know what your achievements will be. And that's why we have to be really, really careful and really open-eyed to everything that happens, so we connect the dots and we really understand that what happened to us is being for reasons of getting to another level, another achievement, another way of view, another empowered methodology that's helping you to conquer the things that sometimes you thought it was difficult. Who had never gone through a difficulty? I don't think nobody. Always, always, regardless in the position you are, regardless in the country you are, regardless in what religion you were born, regardless of what area of society you are in, regardless of what country you were born, you will always have difficulties, unfortunately. And that difficulties that you will have will lead them to know and to let you know how far your leadership will conquer. So I'm very happy to be here. I would love to listen one story of you. Any person who can share a story that have changed and transformed their life through vision. Let's go back here. Someone who had a vision of doing something. We heard already our queen, so it should be somebody else. So someone that had a vision of doing something, maybe the vision went far away, had a mission, a purpose, and it's been built now, or maybe through the process of achieving your vision, mission, purpose, there were steps that you still working or in the middle of the process, or you don't know yet, and you're going through the ladders of leadership, and you're going through that moment that you don't know what to do, and you're maybe desperate, or maybe you are in a great achievement right now, and you say, wow, I just want to do more. I just want a story of your own self that had happened through leadership that you've been doing, and then we can talk and discuss. If somebody can raise their hand, I think we have Janita here from Puerto Rico. Hello, I'm so happy if you're here. We have Derek. Okay, let's listen to Derek. So as you approach with your story, I'm going to slide this PowerPoint and to point where's the vision, where's the mission, and where is the purpose, okay? So go ahead. I would love to listen about your story, Derek.
Okay, thank you very much. So like my story is very short. So one of the greatest vision that I have is that I want to help everyone to live their passion, which I realized that most of the youths, they don't pay much attention. Even when they are going to the universities, they don't pay much attention to discover themselves on what they are good at. They just go to school to learn. So even after graduation, they still struggle to find their real purpose in life. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mentor everyone as young as they are in their career journey, in their business journey, to discover themselves so that it can help them to maximize their potential. Like I can be very practical enough to the same person that I've brought on board. He is a founder of a small business. So I've helped him at least to establish his business. His business is fully registered in the country, and he's got all the necessary certificate that allows him to run the business. So this is what I'm trying to help. I want everyone to reach their potential, to understand what they are good at, to understand the vision and the mission they carry, because I believe everyone holds some potential which they need to discover and bring to the world so that they can serve others.
That's great. That's great. So right now, by seeking and seeing what you do, okay, it's you're mentoring, you're coaching people, right? Is that what your mission right now is? Is that what you're really doing in perhaps talking to people to discover themselves what they really want? Because sometimes people, they do things because other people said, because they were aligned to it, because there was an opportunity and who cares, let me see if I can try, because they really don't know their own perspective of what it really makes them feel good and happy, right? Because a leader is a happy person. A leader is clear in their state of mind. A leader is a stronger person who said no when he has to say no, and yes when he has to be said yes. You see what I mean? So is that where you're working towards, the really state of mind of a human being, to approach them with a better consideration of their own opportunities?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. So that, in that denomination, you said you work with the students, you work with youngsters, with people who are just going through maybe high school to university. Is that the geographic that you're working in? Or you're working already with people that may be working in this, in different businesses or work, and they need to make a change? What is the situation you're working in, the geographical?
Okay, like the situation is just on the on a little bit background, whereby maybe these people, they are just startup. Maybe this person is just been sent to the university by parents, so now they are even struggling. Even maybe they have been sponsored to do the course that they don't love, but they have been recommended that when they do that course, they'll be able to find the employment. So I'm able to stand on myself to make sure that I mentor those people. I tell them on the good part of following their passion, because I'm seeing it to be a very big challenge even in my country, where some people, they go to school based on someone's decision. Maybe their parents recommend them that they should do this course so that after they graduate they'll be able to find them an employment. So now I'm trying to bring those people and help them to make sure that they discover what they are good at so that they can maximize their potential. Also, the young startups in business, there are some people who are starting in business and they are stranded. They don't know how they can run their business. So I'm also trying to help them discover themselves and some other skill that they can use to achieve their goals. I have got some strategies that I use in business. I use SWOT analysis. I use PESTEL analysis to make sure that I help them to shape their self-discovery, which can help them to keep on their trajectories.
Thank you. I love when you said the last words, because that's what really your tools are. In terms of your own knowledge about businesses and how that really have worked through the tools you work with, then it is easier for these people to be coached, to be mentored, right? There's always there will always be a need of have tools to require the change and to have the change done. Okay. And the tools is something that sometimes it is a long process to understand, even for us as mentor, coach, and leaders, because it's a try and fail, try and fail, try and fail, try and fail, until we really know, okay, this really worked. And this is what really, all the things that I thought it was imperfect, that I thought it was so difficult, that I thought it was so unimaginable, now flourish and open up. And I give you an example as a human being, as my own life. When I discovered the passion that I had for writing and giving that knowledge to people through words, and I discovered I was able to motivate so many people, that happened to be my will. Like each and every day, all I think is, how many books more I'm going to do, how many people are going to mentor, because the words that I said help people to discover a motivation of going through that different pattern that they thought they were doing, or they know that they were doing, and now they have to change it, right? So this is where we really have to work hard in really what tools are we going to use to our favor in order for every leadership process that we have work and work systematically. Okay, so I'm so glad that I've been here. I've been giving all this in a very short time, but it's going to be through different ways of explaining it. And the reason why is because most of people, if we go so long for so many hours, the capacity of raciocinium, it takes a degree down. You see what I mean? Like it will shorten the thought view and the process of knowledge with people to really acquire what really is needed to be grasped. So that's why it's so important when we do something like this, be concise, systematic, very oriented, and in a short space and a short time of amount of minutes, days, or processes for people to really take away what simplicity is. If we make simple process for people, it's easier for them to understand. Like me as a human being, as a person, if you come to me and you start talking about a business that you go in rounds, I would say, I don't understand, this is not for me. But as soon as you go ahead and you tell me, okay, this is a step number 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where I really need you to have, because you will get these results, then I say, okay, I like it or not. You see? So that's why in our human perspective, in everything we do, if we start learning the process of really being systematic, simple, and at the same time with results, our leadership empowers to get people motivated to the level they need to follow you and trust you. So this is why we get to know the system of even what politicians are doing, even what other entities are doing, if we start analyzing everything in simple processes. So that's one of the tools to start and use as a leader. Anybody who has questions so far, who's being empowered, or maybe want to give something in example of what we just discussed, I would love to hear from you. I have Emmanuel. I have our ambassador Noor May was here last time. Hi, how are you? We have.
Hi, sister.
Hi, sis. Hi, brother. How are you? Hi, brother. I love when
I'm doing
we
great.
are away.
Yes.
How you been? How are you feeling with the class? You have any questions? Something you want to add on or maybe say?
Well. Actually, I have passed a hectic day today. After return my office, I just joined 3 hours long training course because I'm very much crazy about learning. So I joined first training class today, and it was 3 hours long. Then one after one, I joined Success World training as well. So it's feel like full of a learning day and one kind of hectic day. So yes, in your class is something definitely different, and I have learned so many things by a different example way. Whenever we learn, we can go through the slide, but whenever we learn through example, it will definitely connect our life. So I really love your presentation. I really love to learn from you. Thank you so much. Today I have no question.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a blessing. Thank you so much. We lead by example. Yes, we are. And I think what he said, that he's been 3 hours in classes now in this one, it is the eager, it is that anxious to really commit to be that human, that person, that leader, that empowered self to have what really takes in order to achieve different things. And that's good. That's really good. Now, our next step after we learn all this is to start applying. things that really, really in depth get through our ears and said, wow, when I heard that message, that little thing that she showed, that graphic, I see myself there. And this is how we can project ourselves into other people when they see that eagerness, like Ambassador Noor Ahmed is doing. So thank you. Thank you.
My
I love it.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And anybody else who wants to say something, just because we got to our end, I just want to have you for long. I want to listen more about you, because by listening, then I can give you another perspective, or maybe we can interact and you show me something. It's really important what our Queen Nadia said. I'm a student. Yes, I'm a student always, always. I'm learning each and every day. In my card, I have recording messages of different mentors that I listen. So, you know, our ears and our comprehension, it is so effective that even if we're doing something, and let's say you're writing, okay, you're doing your work in the computer, but you have that criteria of listening different things through the day, that you know you empowered your life with those learning, teaching lessons. I told you, even if you're not 100% listening, seeing everything, everything in your subconscious will start working to your favor, because it will come automatically, something that you do often. So it's easy to see it, it's easy to produce it, it's easy to understand it, because you keep on doing it each and every day. And that's a commitment that you should take. If you're not listening, let's say, YouTube videos of people that are giving classes for free. I've seen tons of people. No, everybody will know the same. I understand that. No, everybody have the same level. But then if you find someone that you really care and like, then go ahead and inspire yourself with those teaching classes as you do here. Okay. I won't limit you. Oh no, you're listening Rosemarie only, just me. No, no. I will never do that to nobody, because in fact, I learn through other different people. So it's really open to really get that leadership of grasping all the knowledge you can, as long as it's good. Okay, as long as it's good. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. You can find me in the social media with this Rosemarie Sanchez everywhere, and by all means with our queen. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any other questions, we can go ahead and answer this. Otherwise, we can go. I don't know, unless if you want to say something else, our dear Queen Nadia, to finish.
Yes, thank you, Rosemarie, for this wonderful session. I love your course because you are really motivating everyone, and all the people also present here. They are already leaders, or they are leaders in their blood. This is why they have this passion to learn and share. This is what is leadership, learning and sharing to the others, because the power belongs to the people who are sharing, not the people who are keeping that by jealousy for them. Before, knowledge was kept by jealousy to get power on the others. Now everything reversed. People who have the power are the people who are sharing their knowledge. This is what we call
so real.
Yes, and this is what we call feeding the poor, because feeding the poor is sharing the knowledge. It's not giving them food. It's feeding the poor. It means exactly give them the knowledge to be independent and become leaders by themselves. This is what means feeding the poor. And when we speak about poor or poverty, it's ignorance. So when we are sharing our knowledge, we are just bringing a light to the darkness. And that it is very beautiful. And I'm very happy to be here. I just, I don't know if anyone has any question for our professor. It would be great if you need to learn. But, when I see the people who are with us, I can see only leaders with us.
Wow.
And I'm just happy to see that, really happy.
Wow.
If
So,
anyone has any questions, so we can end this session. So please let me know.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, our Queen Nadia, because to be honest with you, the process of consciousness takes a while. It does take a while for people to really realize what their potential is. But like you said, we're all leaders here inside of this group class. And we know we by adding value, right? Value of our time, value of our knowledge, value of our humanity, value of points of view, we rescue so much. We don't know how much impact we do unless if we start doing it, right? But when we start doing it, there will be so many people who will come with good attitude, wrong attitude, all attitudes, okay? And in the simple way of us processing our knowledge into what we really are and who we become and we will be becoming, is easy to understand if that person has the same perspective or objective of a purpose that you have. So in that way, it's quickly and easy to say yes for me or no for me. And we start having a demanding position of our own leader that belong to us and that's never been apart from us. It's just that we have to revive it and we have to have it every day motivated, right? So I think these classes really bring that potential to get and guide not only you that you're inside here, but people who watches us perhaps on YouTube, Facebook, and other platforms perhaps. So I'm really thank you. I'm really thankful for this time. Thank you so much. There's a question here. I have a question. If someone has entered a new organization, how can that person shape himself, herself into a leader? Okay, that's really good. That's a really good question. Okay, the organization has to go through the same process as a leader, has a vision, mission, and purpose. And if that is explanatory to every person who gets inside that organization, by first example, because we're leaders, second, by knowledge, by giving that instrument and that knowledge to that organization, maybe through workshop classes or conferences, or animating people to understand through videos of who they are, what they have done through that organization and their vision, mission, and purpose, then there will be no problem because they will have a systematic reason to work. That's why an organization, when it's really an organization, work through processes, okay? And have already strategically different definitions on how they work and what they do. And if they change the way of doing this, they have to keep informed the people who belong to them. So they will have to bring all this wave of knowledge and systematic way of doing work and business before it's been launched, let's say, to the public. Okay, I don't know if with that I answer a little bit of what really you're asking. If you want to leave it in the message.
Can I add something?
Sure.
You know, when you are in organization, you are first learning how the organization is working, what is the principles of the organization, the aim and objective of the organization, and where you want to go with this organization, why you want to be here. You are learning. In the beginning, you are learning. And knowledge is your freedom. Knowledge, to have the knowledge is the ticket to your freedom. And when you got that, you are in process already of being a big leader. You are already in process of being leader. So what is happening is that your mindset change, your attitude change. You think differently. You become leader. You behave leader. You eat leader. You know, it's something that is part of you, of every day, your attitude, your actions, your words, your thought, everything becomes leader. And that it is the knowledge that is giving you that, because when you have the knowledge, you are already in the process of the freedom and a big leader.
I love it. So nice. I love when you say you eat leader, you talk leader, you dress leader, you be leader. That's what it is. That's what it is. To be honest with you, I tell you something. I was away in Mexico for a trip and I came home and I have to be at home for certain days because regulations of our country. So when I stayed home, imagine I felt so trapped that I said, I love being home because I have to be with my kids, you know, my family, and I can still do my job because I'm an entrepreneur. I can do my job anywhere in the world where I am, right? And in that moment, that perspective of being at home is safe. But I felt so uncomfortable because I wanted to be in my office. I wanted to be where I belong, where I feel comfortable, right? So it was a contradiction with me that said, okay, stay quiet, stay working, see it as if you were in your office, still you're doing your work. You see what I mean? And because I have that achievements that I have quotes that I have to really fulfill. Then I said, it doesn't matter. I have to do my work and I will do it. And I stay home, I'll do the work. And I did it, in fact. But you know how powerful when you start leading in different points of places, and you know you can do so anywhere. That's when you really understand the powerful mindset you have already, because the purpose of a leadership cannot be stay on that position. It has to always keep moving, organizing, evolution, so that's part of the integration of being who you are. So that recognition that I was not as comfortable doing my work at home that in my office, but then I start changing that mindset completely. And I said, regardless, I have to do the job. I have to be here no matter what, I'll do it. Then I start finishing my process, and it was very clear through the days that I work home. So thank you so much. Someone said, thank you so much, Rosemarie. And thank you, Royal Highness. So powerful words. Thank you. Thank you. By all means, like I said, we'll come back on Tuesday next week at the same time. And for Spanish people, la comunidad española, la que hablan español, vamos a hacer la misma clase en español el día jueves a la 1 de la tarde, Toronto, Canadá, 7 de la noche, París. Francia. Gracias. Thank you so much, our queen. Anything else you want to say before I leave and we leave?
Everything is okay. I think that next time we will have another session, wonderful session. And thank you. Just thank you. Have a wonderful and blessed evening to everyone. And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, guys. Love you. Thank you. It's been a blessing session. Bye-bye.
Blessing. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.